This video is trending on TikTok of somebody that when he saw his Jamb results, he ran to the hospital, he fell sick. you know, and the video kept me wondering, why was there mass failure in this year Jamb? It kept me wondering because according to Jamb's statistic, there's over 1.5 million students score below 200. And aside that, they said 75% of students who applied for Jamb, who wrote the Jamb, 75% score below 200. This statistic, this is unusual. The massive failure is unusual. I know before, then when I did my own Jamb, they were not using CBT, they were using paper and pencil. Then when they were using paper and pencil, they used to do what they call negative marking. I remember that time because then we do go to Jamb lecture, and they will tell us in Jamb lecture that the answer that you are not sure, don't mark, just leave it like that. Because they do negative marking that if you fail one answer, they will minus some points from your score. So at the end of the day, then, but when the introduction of CBT, they were no longer using negative marking. I can remember vividly then, you understand, when they introduced CBT. I had a friend then. We went to the same secondary school, but in that secondary school, I attended the junior secondary school, UDSS in Benin, in University of Benin Demonstration Secondary School. So one of my friends there, I met him and he was crying. I said, what happened? He said he didn't make his Jamb. I said, oh, me, I make my own. No. I said, I use CBT. Then he told me something. He said, when he used paper and pencil. He said when he did his own Jamb, he marked the answers in the exam sheet. They will give you a question sheet and an answer sheet. So in the question sheet, he marked the answers, like he just put a dot on all the answers that he chose. Then when he was done, he went to meet a teacher and gave the teacher the question and say, help me mark. And I'm telling you, this particular school is one of the best, you understand, in Benin City. So he gave the teacher and said, please help me mark. And the teacher marked the script and told him, you scored 290. So he was already happy before they post the result. Only for the result to come out, he scored 190. He started crying like he was feeling bitter. I told him, calm down. I told him, it is you didn't use CBT. I said, because CBT, they don't do negative marking. But this paper and pencil, they do negative marking. Maybe that is why you scored 190. The next year, he used CBT. When he used CBT, he scored, I think, 290. He scored 290. He wrote post-UME. He still scored a very high score. He was admitted at the University of Benin to study medicine. The guy is very intelligent, normal, you understand. But because of the negative marking, he was not able to pass. Not because he was not intelligent. So, but since the introduction of CBT, Jamb was no longer using negative mark. That's why you see students having 300, 300, 300. You understand? Because they are no longer using negative marking. But this particular year, I don't know why the massive failure. Although some people say maybe because of this Gen Z generation, TikTok, but I don't think it's because of TikTok. Because even back as at then, there was to go. People were addicted to go, and they were still passing. You understand? It was only then when they were using that their negative marking that it was very hard. You understand? You go read, you go write. You understand? At the end of the day, it will be hard for you to skate through. For you to even pass, it means that you are very intelligent. You understand? Or maybe you went to use a miracle center or something like that. Because in that miracle center, they will give you like 80% of the correct answers. So bad as it bad, after their negative marking, you are short of scoring above 250. You understand? So, but now I don't think they are using negative marking. But why is the mass failure? How will 75% not be able to score above 200? Is I don't know, but it's not normal. You understand? But this young man is, when I watched it, I was just laughing. The video is trending on TikTok. where he went to the hospital for checkup. He was admitted and stuff like that. The drama. You know, although there are certain people that have this that have naturally they have this fright. Like maybe they want to write an exam, they'll fall sick, or when they see their result, they'll fall sick. There are people like that too. uh But the reason why I reacted to this is because of the mass failure as published by Jamb. I even read somewhere where a teacher who used to teach biology wrote Jamb and had a very poor result in that biology. You understand? So he posted, he was asking, how can me that I'm teaching biology score this? So it's like there's something. I don't think it's all about the student. I'm not accusing the body in charge of it, but I don't think it's all about the students because of the amount of mass failure. And I don't think TikTok is a contributor because of TikTok generation. It's a lie. Before even those days, there used to be other platforms that people were using. You understand, to entertain themselves. So it's not about TikTok. It's not about it. You understand. There are people who even go for this jam lecture and the rest of them. I don't think it's about it. But what do you think? Is it because I'm trying to see why the mass failure? Although people still pass, so the truth of the matter is that even if they say 10% of the students pass, those 10% they are human beings. You understand? And they are human beings. So this is where I draw the curtain. In case you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe to Onyeka Jesus. So when we drop any video, you'll be the first to see the video.